there, welcome to She is a Cook with Tia Marie Arnold. Today we are going to be making cheesy macaroni and cheese casserole. Yes, this is a recipe that is going to be a staple for your Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners. If you like videos like this, then make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you can be aware when new content is posted. Today we are going to be making cheesy macaroni and cheese. And so let's go over some of the ingredients that you're going to need for this recipe. You're going to need a pound of macaroni, elbow macaroni. You're going to need, so this is the thing. I like this cheesy. So if you don't want to use as much cheese, that's totally up to you. But what I have is a cup of Sharp Cheddar cheese, a cup of Monterey Jack cheese, and a cup of Mild Cheddar cheese, which is my favorite. And then I have over here, it's all the cheeses combined. So I took like a cup of the cheddar, a cup of Monterey Jack, and a cup of Mild and mix it together. You need a stick of butter, melted butter, 2 eggs that are lightly beaten, about, I would say 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt and also of pepper. We have 2 cups of half and half, and we have a cup of cubed Velveeta cheese. All right, so we are gonna get started. This recipe is a combination of my recipe and my mom's recipe, which my mother is probably the best. She has the best macaroni and cheese I have ever tasted. And so I gave her a little call before I started just to verify what I think I know. And so I'm really excited. Now, I have not made this particular recipe in 11 years, but I felt like it was time for dry bones to live again. And so we are going to make this. Y'all keep y'all fingers crossed. I hope it turns out okay. But listen here, I'm a cook, so it's gonna be all right. Hallelujah. Okay, here we go. So let's get started. We are going to take this pasta has already been cooked, all right? It's been already, and it's kind of been sitting out just a little bit. You know how it gets like that. So we're going to take our melted butter, pour it on in, and we're gonna stir, loosen it up. Hopefully it doesn't go flying everywhere. Oh Lord, see, here we go. Flying macaroni. All right, so we stir the butter into the macaroni, and then we set it aside. And this is always my favorite part. It's the mixing of the cheese. All right, so we take our Sharp, our Monterey Jack, and our Mild Cheddar. And then we're gonna mix it all, listen, I'm at home. We're gonna mix it all together. Okay. And then we are going to take our half and half. Now, this bowl with that, we're gonna see if this is gonna work. Here we go. Pour it on in. You know what? I feel like I just need to go ahead and add it to the casserole bowl now. We're gonna lightly butter. This butter has been melted. It's been sitting out, so. All right. All right, now we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this in now. There we go. See, that gives me more room to work with. Okay, So we put our half and half in. Now we are going to add our eggs. This is what makes it a casserole. I also make I make another type of macaroni and cheese that my kids love, and actually we love it too. It's a lot quicker. It's so with this recipe, I'm making a cheese sauce, but I'm making a cheese sauce with like flour and milk and butter ingredients. But the other cheese sauce I use is very dairy. It's butter and cream cheese and heavy whipping cream, and then I pour it on top of chickpea noodles. And of course you season, because of the chickpea, you definitely have to be very creative with your seasoning. So I add like garlic and onion powder and cayenne pepper powder to put, just to give it a little bit of spice, and it's really, really, really good. So I'll probably eventually do that recipe as well. But today we're gonna do the casserole. All right. So now we are going to take our mixed cheeses. All over my hands here, and we are going to do about 2 cups of this, the mixed cheeses together. Hopefully I mixed it well. Oh, there goes the cheese. Probably should have already had this measured out. All right. Okay. And now we're gonna add the cheese. This is not even half of the cheese we're about to use. This thing is going to be cheesy. It's going to be great. All right, and we stir in the cheese. Oh, and then we cannot forget the Velveeta. Okay, so with these, oh, it's starting to melt a little bit. Velveeta is bringing back memories of me growing up and my mom's macaroni and cheese. It was always her go-to. She would not have macaroni and cheese. All of her macaroni and cheese, she had Velveeta in it. It's a must, 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 must. Okay. All right. Got that in there, stir that. Now, these are the cheeses that I'm using, but I've heard people use Munster cheese before. I mean, you can use provolone, whatever cheeses you like, it's totally up to you. These are just my go-to cheeses. I love how they blend well together. They just taste amazing. Now my other macaroni and cheese, I literally just use mild cheddar cheese because that is my favorite cheese. All right. So we're gonna stop the casserole part now. And before I do that, let's go ahead and add, I don't know. Okay, let's add a little bit of the salt and the pepper. Listen, I haven't done this recipe, like I said, in 11 years, so I feel like I'm just a little bit rusty, but it's okay, it's gonna be good. Let's go ahead and just add it now. Because then when you do the cheese sauce, you actually are gonna be seasoning the cheese sauce as well. So I did leave a little bit of the seasoning in there. All right. Okay, we are gonna go and make the cheese sauce. So now we're gonna do the cheese sauce. In my opinion, this is the star of the show, and my mom is the one who taught me how to do this cheese sauce, so I hope I'm doing it right, Mom. Okay? We have 4 cups of milk, 6 tablespoons of flour, a pinch of salt, and 6 tablespoons of butter that I already have in there. And then we're gonna add our cheese. But let's start with our butter. Already kind of high. Okay, our butter is melted fully. Now we are going to slowly add in our flour. We're going to use our whisk. You want to make sure you don't have any lumps. No lumps and clumps. Alright, now I'm going to add some of the milk without spilling it, hopefully. A bit more. Okay, so that's about, oh no, I can't see. About 2 cups of milk. Looks good. Alright, I'm going to add in the rest of my flour. I gotta make sure it don't stick to the side of the pot. Alright, I'll switch back to my spoon here. Okay, yeah, definitely. Need some more milk. Now your milk is going to determine how thin or thick you want it. I'm going to turn this down. You want to make sure you don't burn it, that flour in there. Alright, I still see a little bit more clumps. I'm going to use my whisk. You want it smooth. No clumpy, floury cheese sauce. No, no. Alright, I think it's time to add the cheese. Okay. It's nice and cheesy. It's getting there. Alright. So you kind of just stir until the cheese is fully melted, and then you can taste. I'm sure that I'm going to add more cheese to it. I think I want to add a little bit more milk. It's kind of thick, which is, I mean, it's not too bad, but I want to add a little bit more cheese. So I'm going to add a little bit more milk to it. Use my whisk here. I want to get some of this white cheese in here, so I'm just going to add maybe a handful of that to it. A little more. Alright, stir, and then I'm going to taste and see if I need any salt or not. Now remember, we have salt in the macaroni as well, so you don't want this to be too salty. This should taste nice and cheesy. That's the goal. And I could have put some Velveeta in here. Actually, I still can. Just because we can. Just make it take a little bit longer to melt, but oh, I'm starting to smell it. It smells great. Okay, I can't wait. I need to taste this. Definitely need a little bit of salt, and I think it needs some more cheese. Y'all, I like cheese, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add it all. Yeah, I'm gonna do a pinch of salt. I'm only pinching because when I did this before, it was way too much. Just do a little bit. All right. Okay, let's see now where we're at here. We are almost there. It needs more cheese. Can you believe it? All right, we're adding more cheese. Yes, yes we are. Don't judge, don't judge. I told you, this is called cheesy macaroni and cheese. It's cheesy. And I have enough cheese in here to last us several months, so I'm gonna make sure I get it right. Only because, and I know I'm not telling you how much it was. I know, I'm sorry, but listen, it really is about your preference. I just like cheesy macaroni and cheese. That's what I like. What's the point of doing macaroni and cheese if it's not cheesy, right? So I'm not adding any more milk to this because I don't want to milk it down. So what, I think I left, yep, so I've used about 3 cups of milk. I feel like the consistency is good. Now if I can just get the flavor, I am gonna add just a little pinch more salt, literally a pinch. You know what, I think I wanna add a little bit of pepper. Oh, all right, just a little bit, just a smidge. Gotta keep stirring here. Okay, let's see where we're at now. It's good. I could use a little bit more cheese, but I'm not doing it because I need cheese to go on top. I think it's good, honestly, it's really good. Now, I am spoiled because that other cheese sauce I make, oh my gosh, it's so cheesy. But we have to remember, we have cheese in the macaroni and cheese, right? So we don't want to make it too cheesy, even though a little, like just a handful of cheese. Just a handful, just not even a handful, just a little bit, just, you know what I think I'm missing? I like mild cheddar, like I like that flavor, and I think if I just made it with the mild cheddar flavor, I would be happy. But because the mild cheddar is mixed in, I think that's the flavor that I'm missing. But listen, don't judge. It's my macaroni and cheese. If you don't like it cheesy, go somewhere else where it's macaroni and macaroni, okay? But we doing macaroni and cheese here, and we gotta make sure it's right. Boom. Yes, Lord. Woo, that's good. That's good. Okay, so we finally got the taste that we're looking for. I can't tell you again, I know we use a cup of milk, 3 cups of milk. We probably use like maybe 2.5 cups of shredded cheese. That's Monterey Jack, Mild Cheddar, and Sharp. We use 6 tablespoons of butter, 2 little pinches of salt. I just threw a little bit of pepper in there. And it's good, it's good. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're gonna take this over to the counter, we're gonna add it to the mac and cheese casserole, stir it all up, and then we're gonna top it off with more cheese and stick it in the oven. All right, so now we are going to get to the finish line here of this macaroni and cheese casserole. I have my cheese sauce, and then we have the cheese that we're gonna top it with, and butter. We're gonna add butter on top, okay? So first, oh, it's not too hot. Let's go ahead and add, oh my Lord. Add the cheese sauce. Now I didn't add all of it yet because, it's hot. Guess I should have used my mittens. All right. We'll stir it on in with everything. Ooh, yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, yes. Okay, I think I am gonna add a little bit more cheese sauce, but let me go ahead and okay. It's cheesy. I don't need too much more cheese sauce. Maybe I can make my kids some broccoli, chicken, and cheese tomorrow with this extra cheese sauce. So we just grilled some chicken. So my hubby said it was the best chicken he think he's ever had. Boom, 1 point for Tia. All right, so let's go ahead and add a little bit more, just a little bit, just Okay, we probably do need to stop because we got to add cheese on top. All right, that's enough. And it went flying. Well, okay, so I just want to taste it, make sure it's got the flavor. Just a little bit of salt. You know what? I like a little bit of pepper. I like pepper in my macaroni and cheese. A little bit of pepper. I can tell this is about to just bless everybody's whole life. Okay. Get my stamp of approval here. Yum. I don't know. I'm like, do I want to add a little bit more salt? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to say no because we're going to add butter. And this is salted butter. We're going to just add a little bit of butter around. So unhealthy. Oh my God. Okay. All right, we got our butter. Get the top of it with more cheese. Now, this is so that it looks glorious coming out of the oven. Okay, you do all this hard work. It's important that it looks glorious when it comes out of the oven. I don't think this is enough cheese, but we ain't adding no more cheese. No more. Okay, so you're going to throw it in the oven for 30 minutes. And you probably want to let it cool because it's going to be hot. All right, I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. And if you are making this with me, I would love to know how yours turned out. If you added any extra seasonings to it, because it definitely could have used that. It could have enhanced it or, you know, just changed the style of your macaroni and cheese. But it is ready to go in the oven. I'm so excited. I just want to get all this cheese sauce off the side here. We don't need all of that. All right. Look at that. Boy, oh boy. All right. I will see you in 30 minutes and we will be tasting this glorious macaroni and cheese. The cheesiest cheese of macaroni and cheese. Cheese! Okay, so our macaroni and cheese casserole has been in the oven. It's actually been in there for 40 minutes because I like it to have a little bit of brown on top. And so we're gonna pull it out and we're gonna see how it looks. And then we're gonna let it sit for a little bit and we're gonna taste it, okay? Look at that. It's buttery. Okay, so, oh wow, it's cheesy. It is really, really cheesy. Okay, I'm gonna take a piece, I'm gonna put it on my plate. Ooh, it's hot. Very hot and very cheesy. Okay, so we're gonna let it sit. I don't want to burn myself on camera, but oh yeah. Oh, hot. Okay. It's amazing, you guys. It is absolutely amazing. It is so good. Yes, I'm very proud. I'm very happy. So this recipe, I will put the details of this recipe in the description box. I'll try to get it as close as I possibly can, but as you guys saw, there's that section when you're making the sauce that you really got to base it on how saucy you want it to be, how thick, how cheesy. So it's definitely to your liking. Even with the salt and the pepper, making sure that you season it to your taste. But this is an amazing macaroni and cheese casserole. Thank you all for spending this time with me. Remember to subscribe so that you can get a ding when there are more content like this. And I look forward to doing more. So have a blessed day.